Welcome back everyone to my Dark Souls Remastered Let's Play. This is VernDog2 here, and today we're going to be going through the Undead Parish. In the last episode we took on the Taurus Demon, we ran past the dragon on the bridge, and we also took out the Black Knight up top of this tower. Which I don't think he dropped us anything. So, now we're going to run through here, and take on all of the, enemies and take on the final boss, at the end of this area. So, I'm going to show you the easy way through this area, but I'm also going to backtrack and show you how to get through the rest of it. So, oh you little asshole. What you do is you run up here and just keep running and jump off or just fall off. But if you do it this way, you will make it before that dude even drops down the bridge. Oh god, I'm gonna die. Did you roll? Jesus. There we go. Alright. Oh crap. I'm getting screwed here. Don't you dare freaking heal, man. If you're gonna heal, you better drop me your item. Yeah, I didn't think you would. Alright. Grab the halberd there. Halberd's a really good weapon. You could probably play through the entire game with. It's one of those weapons where, basically once you get it up, and get over to Anor Londo, you can just increase it to a lightning weapon and pretty much destroy everything at that point. But what we're going to do is we're going to open this gate, and we're going to show you the other way to get through. We did grab the basement key off of this dead body, which will allow us to go to the undead, or I'm sorry, not the undead burg, the lower undead burg. Run past everything. Alright. Hi there, Archer. We're gonna pick up the alluring skulls here. Make sure that no one else is following us. And we're gonna take out that big boar there with the little cheese method. So just equip these alluring skulls and look at the fire down there and toss them in. Mr. Piggy down there will decide to run right into the flames and pretty much kill himself. You may have to do this twice. You may get lucky and actually do it once, or with one shot like that. Normally for me though, it generally takes me twice to kill it. But I got lucky there, I guess. So let's just clear out the rest of these guys, and then we'll head down below and gather the rest of the items down that way. Now, when going down here, beware, because this dude will run away, and there's actually a trap set right there. Ooh. I need to potentially block here. Alright. Try and get these guys to come down so that I can just take them on one at a time. Because these guys can gang up on you and kind of get you into a stun lock a little bit, especially if they do their like multi-swipe attack. They could probably kill you pretty quickly if all of them were attacking you at once. Alright, I'll get up here. I think there's 2 up here. Maybe not. They may have dropped down. Alright. So we'll grab the soul packet, I believe that's right there, and then head on out. Because I believe everyone's dead in here now. Alright, go through this little fog wall, and you will see that we are now even up higher. We were down there, that's where we killed the pig, and now we're up here. Alright, so if you go this way, there's another boulder knight right there. So there is 2 ways of killing this dude. You can either try and go up and backstab him, or you can grab a black firebomb, which we got from earlier. Just walk on up and toss it, and it kills him in 1 shot. So if you're really bad at, sneaking up on and backstabbing, just use the black firebomb. If you want to save them, because you could technically use them and some other fireballs or firebombs to cheese the one of the bosses, but we're not gonna try and cheese any boss like that. We're gonna try and take on all the bosses for the most part normally. Oops. Helps if I lock on. Oh. No. Ooh. That was close. Roll. I really want that sword. It is such a good dex weapon. Well, I got their shield, which is like the next best thing. But yeah, their sword there is like the rarest drop that they will drop for you. And it's only the ones that have a sword that will drop it. Oh my god. Can I heal? Yeah, they're too stupid. Oh god. And I'm back down to like nothing. Alright, well, I'm gonna run a little bit. Try to get away so that I can maybe take these guys one on at a time. Or, roll the wrong way there. Okay. Oh my god, I'm about to die again. Fuck this. This is bad playing. And I blame it on me it being morning. Alright. That was really bad. No, oh shoot. That was very, very close. Okay. Stupid guy keeps running back. Now he's running forward. And now you're dead. So, I believe this door right here is their, the length of their chain, pretty much, for like all in, like for their, as far as they can follow you. They can't go any further than that, that door, unless you kind of like aggro them at the door to come a little further, but then they'll just start running back again. We can try and take this dude on, why not? Oy. probably get bleed on him with how many swings I have to do on this guy. Ooh! Oh no! Ow. No, you're not healing. There we go. Alright, so this guy drops you Titanite Shard, guaranteed. Sometimes he'll drop you your his armor set, or a piece of his armor set. But he doesn't drop the mace. I don't think that's a weapon you can get. So, unfortunately. But we're gonna get this shortcut real quick and head back down to Firelink Shrine, and we'll go turn in that Firekeeper soul real quick. Well, actually both of them, because we forgot to do the first one. And then we'll head back up. We may even go human here, just so I could show you guys the NPC summonings for this episode. Which actually we kind of did this a little backwards. We probably should have went and saved one of the NPCs and then came here first. But that's okay. We can just use one of the NPCs for the fight. Plus, I was doing really bad and had very little Estus left. One thing for anyone that's new to the games, if you have never played Dark Souls game, at least for this one, the Estus flask will not go back up to 10 unless you have reignited the flame. So like you'll have to light the flame. That will get it up to a +5 for your Estus, but then you have to rekindle the flame to get it up to a +10. So there's not a real reason to get every bonfire up to +10, unless you're, I don't know, unless you just really need it. Generally I only do about like 2 or 3 different bonfires that go up to that high, just because I know I can generally make it to those bonfires in enough time before really needing the whole 10 Estus. And I believe there is another bonfire that is already kindled, so that you don't have to go back and rekindle it, or you don't have to go back and kindle it again. And that's down below before you get to the demon area, which I'll show you, don't worry. Oh yeah, I forgot this dude's right up here. So generally, if you stand on these stairs, this dude's can't hit you. Because his rapier will go right over your head. He will get lucky every once in a while, obviously. Now here, you want to run, and then run back. There's a whole horde of these guys, as you can see, and that dude is going to buff them to make them a little bit stronger and a little more difficult to beat. But as you can see, they still only take 1 swing to kill. Would you stop rolling sideways? Okay, I already took them all out. Cool. They obviously don't drop any good items, because they were just dropping broken straight sword there. So now we're going to take this dude out, or we're going to try. Are you kidding me? The dude jumped down. What a loser. So, he can drop that trident. It's probably one of the... It's a very rare drop, and there's only so many of them within the game. Which makes it a very hard weapon to get. So the reason you don't want to follow him down is because he will make you aggro the other boulder knights that are down there. And then you'll have to deal with the 3 boulder knights as well that are down there. So don't ever try and follow him unless you've killed those boulder knights first. Alright, we'll come over here, get the soul packet, and then we'll take on one more boulder knight that is up here. And then once we're done with this one, we will grab, I believe, the last item in this area. And then we'll go and grab our NPC, at least one of them, because we've already talked to the other. And actually I'll probably go level up my weapon, because this katana is great and all, but it really needs a little bit of leveling before we go fight the boss. So we'll grab the humanity here, one of the few hidden items in the game. Break through this, and we'll come up here. Now I believe you need the mysterious key for this.
Still human, are you? Then I am in luck.
Otherwise you can just use the master key if that's what you chose from the beginning. But we got the mysterious key by going down below under where that boar was and picked up the key down there, just in case you missed it. But basically you can unlock him and pretty much save him.
I am Knight Lautrec of Karim. I truly appreciate this.
And if you
And I
do,
guarantee a reward.
basically if you go back to Firelink Shrine, he'll be down there by the Firekeeper, and
Yes,
once you find him down there and talk to him, he'll give you an item, which is a sunlight medal. And then once that happens, you can actually come back up and he will be available to summon to help you with the next, or with this boss up here. But we're not going to worry about that. We're probably actually going to kill him beforehand. We're probably not going to follow his story quest because it's kind of a pain towards the end. And I kind of really want his ring that he gives you. But yeah, we're going to go this way. We're going to go visit the blacksmith real quick and get us an upgraded weapon. And once we're done with that, we will go take on the boss. And we will summon our best friend Solaire. Alright, we'll light this. Don't sit at it unless you want to have to go back through and fight all those enemies again. The dude with the trident won't respawn. And then the big hammer or mace guy won't respawn. Those guys don't respawn after death, so you should be fine with that. It's just dealing with the horde of hollows. Alright, let's learn his gesture, and then let's see if I can upgrade. I got 3 Titanite shards. Okay, I think you need 9 total to upgrade. So we're going to purchase 6 more, and then we're going to upgrade. now we got a +5. Awesome. We can't modify weapons yet. We could reinforce our armor. That's okay, because we probably won't keep this armor. We can repair stuff, but it's not really necessary. We can look through his inventory. So the Crest of Artorias, you can purchase it, but you really don't need it because there's other ways around it. That's just an... If you want that item, or well, if you want to be able to get to the bonfire quicker, it's an item that you would probably want, because it unlocks the shortcut. But you can go around to get to that area without having to purchase it. You probably will want to buy the weaponsmith, the armorsmith, and the repair box, because that allows you to basically upgrade your weapon, your armor, and repair your items from any bonfire instead of having to come to a blacksmith. The only time you would actually need to come to the blacksmith is to upgrade it to like +6, +11, and I think that's it. Pretty much, like, once you get to +5, then you have to go to modify to increase it to like a +6 weapon, which we can't modify at the moment because we don't have any of the other embers that he needs to upgrade. And that's pretty much the only time you actually need to come to a certain blacksmith to upgrade. But as of right now, that's not really something we need to worry about, because we don't have that or that stuff. Then he also sells all these weapons, which the majority of these get outclassed by other weapons, obviously. So I wouldn't really worry about these unless you're just struggling with the weapon you have, and just want something different. And then he sells you a bunch of arrows. So if you picked up the the bow and don't have enough arrows to say take out the dragon's tail to get the drake sword, you can come here and purchase some more arrows so that you can do that. Which, unfortunately, this dude doesn't sell the bow as well, so you can't. So if you killed the other vendor without purchasing the bow, you can't come to this vendor to get the bow. Alright. So I did say this was supposed to be a Dex pyromancy build, but I've been using the sword more than I have my pyromancies. And that's kind of because I sometimes forget about the pyromancy spells. Mainly because, like, the fireball spell, it's not like the greatest spell, but I mean, I guess it does quite a bit of damage in this game, starting off. But as you can also see here, like, the katana is now one-shotting these guys, where it was, I think, 3-shotting before. So we're doing quite a bit more damage now. Alright, so we're gonna run up here, and we're going to go take on our boss. One thing you can definitely do is re-equip the golden pine res, and equip it to your katana, because with Solaire there, he will take the majority of the heat for us while we go and try and cut this gargoyle's tail off. So I'm pretty sure this gargoyle tail is a weapon that scales with Dex. It also has a really cool move set, because like whenever you slash with it, the tail will actually bend. But I'm showing you here, this is where you would summon the other guy. Can't think of his name, Laurentis or something. If you went down and talked to him in Firelink Shrine and then came back, his summoning sign would be right here. And then Solaire's is up here. So we'll summon Solaire for this. He's not needed, but it does help take the pressure off. Hopefully we'll be able to take out the boss pretty quickly. Um, but I really want that weapon from the tail. So we're gonna buff our weapon here, and we're gonna run on in. I'll show you what the fireball does to it, potentially after I cut the tail off. But we'll watch this cutscene first. Alright. Run around. Oh, you little punk. Stop dodging. Oh crap, I really don't wanna... Okay. There we go. One shot to take out his tail. And then just another two to take him out. And then, as you can see, another gargoyle does appear, generally halfway through the other one getting damaged. But this one's already halfway hurt. Probably because its tail is gone. So if you have the +5 weapon along with a lightning buff to it, it's a very easy fight, as you could tell. And if you summon Solaire, because he's part of the Sunlight Covenant, he will give you a Sunlight Medal every time you summon him into a fight and win, while he is still alive. I think you can summon him for at least 2 other bosses that I can think of at the moment. For one of them, you probably don't want to summon them because it's actually harder of a fight if you do summon a creature or someone with you. Especially an NPC, because their AI is kind of wonky. Which I don't think they had fixed that in the remastered version or not. But we'll come up here and ring our first bell. Alright, now that we got our first bell rung, we just need to deal with one more, and we'll have unlocked our new area that we need to go to. Alright, so there's an NPC down here. He's kind of become useless in a sense because
I am Oswald of
he's a pardoner. He was used to pardon people for their sins, for their sins when in the first game. Because if you were a part of a covenant and then you decided to join another covenant without leaving that other one, you would acquire sin, and people from that covenant would attack you. But because of the way they have it set up, it's kind of like Dark Souls 3, where you can join any covenant and then just change in between the covenants whenever you want at a bonfire. So there's no real reason to abandon a covenant anymore. But you could still request absolution if you, say, accidentally hit one of their people while you're part of their covenant and aggro that person, pretty much. So if you request absolution, I believe that will reset everything for that covenant to where they won't aggro on you anymore. But it does cost quite a bit to do that. So we'll get the gesture there, and I'll go through his items here. So he has purging stones, which help with breaking curses. Which if you get cursed, you'll definitely want that, because curse will, I think it cuts your health in half permanently until you're uncursed. That's why you, like, if you go down into the old, I can't think of the name right now, but where the ghosts were, you'll want to use the transient curses instead of just being straight up cursed, because if you're just straight up cursed, you're already at a disadvantage by being half health the entire time. Where the transient curse just is an item that you place on yourself that won't really affect your health in any way. So, report trespassing, trespass of invaders is what the indictment does. Homeward Bones, which are always good. Book of Guilt. And then if you're a faith build, you can get Karmic Justice here, which kind of is a good spell depending on how you use it. He has Velka's Talisman, which is a really good talisman. Actually has A scaling starting off, so that probably will go up to an S scaling. I'm not 100% sure on that, but most likely it would go up to an S scaling when you leveled it up all the way. And then you have the Blood Bite Ring, the Poison Bite Ring, and the Ring of Sacrifice, which are all kind of useless in my opinion. They don't really help out that much. The Ring of Sacrifice, we already have one, which we found, so you don't really need to purchase it unless you're really struggling with dying a lot and not getting back to your souls in time. Then you might want to buy it.
Thou art welcome. You deserve.
But yeah, overall, most of this stuff is kind of useless, especially for this build. So we're just going to run back and head down to... Actually, we're going to Homeward Boneback and head back to Firelink Shrine, because we're going to go and talk to the NPC, and we're also going to get our ring from him. So this is an NPC we never talked to. Basically, he just tells you what to do from the start, which is to ring the 2 bells. So we rang one there, the other one is down this way. So yeah, that's one of the reasons I don't talk to him, is because he just kind of doesn't really tell you any information that I guess I already didn't know, or most players don't know. We're going to talk to him, get our item from him, and then we're going to deal with him.
Ah, hello there. I have your reward. Please, accept it.
So he gives us another Sunlight Medal. He's not actually part of the Sunlight Covenant. Whenever you summon him in, he may look like he is, but it's just because his armor is gold, is the reason he looks like it.
For you? Well, let's not be greedy now. You again. What is it?
Ah, crap. My bad.
You again. What is it? Our futures are murky. Let's not be too friendly now.
Alright, so what we're going to do is remove the item from our right hand so we don't mess this up. And we're going to kick him.
Well, what have we here?
Try and kick him. Come on. Yeah, it takes 2 kicks. You can just knock him off. Gives you 1,000 souls. Just quit and reload. And by quitting and reloading, his items will be sitting there at the where he was, so that we can pick him up. So it gives you 5 humanity and the Ring of Favor and Protection. So if you're a new player, Ring of Favor and Protection is probably like the best ring for you. If you're an average player, you may want this as well. If you're a halfway decent player or a really good player, then you probably don't need this ring all that much, because it does take up a ring slot. Because as you can see, it does boost HP, stamina, and load, equipment load, but if you take it off, it breaks, and there's no way to repair rings in this game. So it pretty much takes up one ring slot, guaranteed. There's no way to take it off now. Yeah, we're gonna use it because it's a pretty awesome ring, and because we're not really a high use spellcaster or anything like that, we won't really need another ring. We only need one other ring, pretty much. And I think that, yeah, that'll make us be able to roll fast. So we don't have to worry about slow rolling or anything like that. Now we'll level up here, why not? Alright, so what do we need to level up in? How many levels? We can get 4 levels. And we probably get more because we have soul packets. I mean, we have 3. Perfect. Alright, so now we can get 5 levels. Alright, so let's see, should we go into we'll go into health for now. And then after that we'll probably work a little bit into endurance and in fact dexterity. One of the good things about this version of the game, or you know, Dark Souls 1, is that pyromancies don't scale off of anything. So we don't ever have to raise our intelligence or faith. That's why pretty much pyromancy goes with anything in this game. If you are playing this game, you definitely want to have a little bit of pyromancy, or try to, because it doesn't really negatively affect you in any way. Alright, so we're gonna head on up and go deal with a few other areas before we head down to deal with the next bell, because we're gonna need a few extra levels. Alright, so we rested, so everybody's been respawned. We're just gonna run, kill these 3. Don't you even think about trying to kill me. Alright, I am gonna run up here and see if I can get the sword to drop from one of these guys, but after that then we'll head on. Just because we do have 5 humanity right now, so our item drop rate is oh oh, talk about so freaking lucky right now, man. Oh my god, that's amazing. I'm so glad I did that. Oh, that's hilarious. Freaking A. Got the sword that I wanted. Alright, so as you can see, it does, it's a B scaling, starting off in dex. It only takes 14 dex and 10 strength to use. It has, let me compare it to the Uchi-Katana first. At a level 5, I mean, yes, the Uchi-Katana is going to be stronger, obviously, because it's a level 5. But as you can see, the durability on it's better, the weight on it is better, the damage reduction percentage for the majority of the things is better, its stability is better. The only thing at this point is its physical attribute or attack damage is weaker, and that's because it is at a bare minimum level 1, or just starting off weapon, whereas the Uchi-Katana at a +5 is fairly high level, and it has 22 in scaling. So what's this thing scaling at the moment? 17. So yeah, by the time I get this probably to +5, its scaling will be a lot higher. But let me come out here and look at the moveset on it. This weapon is, I think, mainly used as a one-handed. It's kind of like a straight sword, just longer. It has a thrust. It swings sideways. Two-handed thrust for its heavy, and then it swings up and down. So yeah, this is pretty much just a straight sword from Dark Souls 3. Just a lot longer than what a normal one would be. So yeah, this is probably something that we're going to use. Damn, I'm surprised I actually got that. We don't obviously have the item because we used all our Titanites and all of our souls already, so we can't really use like level it up right now. So we'll hold on to it for right now until we can level it up, and then we'll probably switch over to that weapon. Let's rest here just so that if we do end up dying, we'll come back here. But I guess I'll end the episode here. That was pretty awesome ending there. So I hope you guys enjoy. If you did, please like, leave a comment, subscribe, and I'll get some more content out here soon. Hope you have a nice day.